But I got a piece of equipment here that I 3D printed, and can I just get closer to it? Yeah, you can see there's some gaps in there. Now, if you're a 3D printer, you know that's caused by a clogged nozzle, and I'm just too lazy to take and tear down my 3D printer and clean out the clogged nozzle, try again, find out it's still clogged, try to tear it down, clean it out, find out it's still clogged, so on and so on and so forth. So I was thinking, there ought to be a simple solution. I mean, I got the whole framework there that I need. It's just that it's going to be fragile as everything. And unless you're blind, which I kind of wonder why you're on Twitch, you see that I've got JB Weld. And you see me putting on some latex gloves, just not because it's overly harmful, which it kind of is. And there's all sorts of safety stuff on here. But I'm going to use this up. I've already opened this like months ago, and I used like about 1/10 of it. So I'm going to take and use a lot more. And we will see if I can do this. That looks to be roughly the same amount, doesn't it? Now, I've got a bunch of laminating epoxy, which I could use instead. And the nice thing about that is when you mix it, it gets thinner. So when you got something that's somewhat porous, when you mix it, it starts to get thinner, which then tells you that you got it mixed pretty much to the proper consistency. And then as it gets thinner, then it makes it easier to soak into stuff. I think the JB Weld did a similar thing where it didn't really get thinner, but it got like glossier. Oh, let's see. Squeeze, mix thoroughly. Apply, sets in 6 minutes. Cures in 4 to 6 hours. And what I need to do is to just very carefully take and put some stuff in here and just work it into all the gaps that we're in the thing and the part. The problem is you don't want to have it end up filling any excessive details. So I got a hunch that what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lot of epoxy on it, and then I'm going to take and spend the rest of the curing time getting a lot of the epoxy off. Because there's like this neat little groove here. Man, I wish I was working thinner. Oh, stabbed myself. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a mess. But I don't call it a mess or a failure. I call it a science experiment. About 75% of the time when I got something that screws up like this, and then I try to remediate the problems with it like this, I succeed. So I'm not too worried about that. Oh, I don't even got Twitch chat up, so I can't even tell if anyone's screaming at me. Sorry about that. Yeah. You might notice that we're still in the early stages of whatever this Twitch channel is going to be. And there is a reason why I brought 2 brushes. There we go. Starting to see that that's just taking all the excess out. This is for a piece of medical equipment that I need. And you're thinking, why in the world are you taking and hacking together a bunch of crap for medical equipment that when you say you need it? Well, this is a replacement part for a part that broke that I had already replaced once before when my 3D printer wasn't clogging up terribly. And I thought, and that's the reason why I actually got the model to print, because I had one, it broke, it didn't break super catastrophically, so I was able to use it while I was busy designing a replacement part. And I originally thought, yeah, the replacement part won't work well either, just because of the fact that the orientation for printing this part means that you're always going to have a weak spot. I should have taken and coated that with epoxy after I printed it. Probably it'd still be working. And the epoxy is getting stupid difficult. And I got all sorts of brush hair in it. But I'm not afraid of failure. Worst comes to worst, just means that this doesn't work, and then I gotta go and tear my printer down and get that damn clog straightened out, and just work from there. So this says sets in 6 minutes, cures in 4 to 6 hours. Temperature is below 40 F. Then set time is longer. I'm not overly worried about it. Oh. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is more of getting my setup. Let's see, is this the one with the chats? No, that's not the one with the chats. Here, we're loading here, my chat. There we go. Streaming, no game. We need to figure out some of that terminology. Oh. My daughter is a stream expert. Bun Mom. Go follow her. So I'm busy looking at some of the tools in Twitch for managing streaming. But this isn't really exciting. I'm sorry. And yeah, my lighting is terrible. That's going to get fixed too. But that's about it. You guys have a nice night, and hopefully we'll start getting this consistent, and then after we get it consistent, we'll get it better. Okay? So you guys have a nice day, week, or whatever it is next time you see me.